Day 2 of NBA recap. Last night was a busy night in the NBA with most teams playing their first game of the season. The first game of the night saw the New York Knicks at home against the Cleveland Cavaliers. The final score of the game was 119-111. The leading scorers for the Knicks were OG Anunoby with 24 points, 14 rebounds, Karl-Anthony Towns with 19 points, 11 rebounds, Jalen Brunson with 23 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, Mikal Bridges chipped in 16 points, and Deuce McBride chipped in 15 points off the bench with 4 3-pointers made. The leading scorers for the Cavs were Donovan Mitchell with 31, Evan Mobley with 22 points, 8 rebounds, Sam Merrill with 19 in a starting role, Larry Nance with 10 off the bench. The second game of the night saw the Charlotte Hornets at home against the Brooklyn Nets. The final score was 136-117. The leading scorers for the Charlotte Hornets were Brandon Miller with 25 points, LaMelo Ball with 20 points, 8 assists. Con Knueppel in his first game had 11 points. Miles McBridges had 18. And off the bench, Colin Sexton had 15. The leading scorers for the Brooklyn Nets were, in his first game with the Brooklyn Nets, Michael Porter Jr. had 12 points, struggled to shoot from the field. Nicholas Claxton had 17 points. Cam Thomas had 15 points, struggled to shoot from the field. And Day'Ron Sharpe had 14 points off the bench. With the third game of the night, we saw interstate rivals clash, with the Orlando Magic taking on the Miami Heat. The final score was 125-121. The leading scorers for the Orlando Magic were Paolo Banchero with 24 points, 11 rebounds, Franz Wagner with 24.6 assists. Desmond Bane in his first game with the Magic chipped in 23, Jalen Suggs had 14, and Tristan Da Silva had 16 off the bench. The leading scorers for the Miami Heat were Norman Powell in his first game with the Heat with 28, Bam with 15 points, 12 rebounds, Andrew Wiggins with 18 points, and Jaime Jaquez with 13 points off the bench. In the fourth game of the night, the Toronto Raptors took on the Atlanta Hawks. The final score of the game was 138-118. The leading scorers for the Raptors were Scotty Barnes with 22 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, RJ Barrett with 25 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, Brandon Ingram with 16 points, 9 rebounds, and Grady Dick with 21 points and 5 rebounds off the bench. For the Atlanta Hawks, the leading scorers were Jalen Johnson with 22.7 rebounds, 8 assists, Trae Young with 22 points, 5 assists, Kristaps Porzingis with 20 points, 7 rebounds, Zachary Ricochet with 16 points, and off the bench, Onyeka Okongwu had 18 points and 6 rebounds. In the fifth game of the night, the Philadelphia 76ers took on my Boston Celtics, and the Celtics sold the bag. The final score of the game was the 76ers 117 and the Celtics 116. The leading scorers for the 76ers, and one of the greatest NBA debuts, VJ Edgecombe had 34 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Tyrese Maxey was the leading scorer with 40 points. Joel Embiid had a very light night, 4.6 rebounds. Off the bench, Quentin Grimes had 10 points. For the Boston Celtics, the leading scorers were Jaylen Brown with 25 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Peyton Pritchard, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Derek White with 25 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Nemenis Queta had 17 points and 8 rebounds, and off the bench, Anthony Simons had 13 points. In the sixth game of the night, the Grizzlies took on the Pelicans. The final score was Grizzlies 128 and Pelicans 122. The leading scorers for the Grizzlies was Ja Morant with 35 points on great efficiency, Caldwell Pope in his first game with the Grizzlies 15 points, Jalen Wells 14, Jaren Jackson Jr. 18 points, 8 rebounds. And for the New Orleans Pelicans, Zion Williamson had 27 points, 9 rebounds. Herb Jones had 17 points, 9 rebounds. Trey Murphy III had 13.7 rebounds. Jordan Poole in his first game with the Pelicans had 17 points. And Jeremiah Fears, the rookie, had 17 points off the bench.